Oh, shit. I never changed the thing. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the ReCoop. I'm your host, Cooper Daniels, and then I changed the background. What's going on? It's Monday, June 3rd. What's going on, everybody? Everybody feeling good? Are you feeling free? Taking life by the balls, your microplastic balls? Hold on one second. Let me change my mic. Definitely in the pocket right now. We're going to get there. Now I got a black background. I want a black background. I want the damn thing that there. Motherfuckers. All right. Restream. So, folks, let me pour a cup of coffee in my Bitcoin cup. What's going on? Did you have a good weekend? What did I just see? I saw that Biden is threatening to veto another something that goes against the SEC, even though it's a criminal operation. I'm just kidding. I don't know. But they did get in trouble recently, didn't they? For bad tactics, dishonest tactics. And then what else did I put in here? Bitcoin miners, after the halving, are getting their revenue cut significantly. We'll look at that. There was the ETH Prague and Gavin Wood and Vitalik Buterin. I just saw that on my timeline right now, which I haven't seen. We're going to look at that. We're going to look at some of those clips because I'm definitely going to be listening to that talk. I'm interested. I've got my DOT bags fully packed. I've got a little ETH too. But I don't know. I got a good feeling about DOT, even though nobody gives a shit. But I think I have a penchant for having a good feeling about things that nobody gives a shit. Oh, Coop. Coop, come on, buddy. Come on. You're doing all right. I opened a position this weekend. Let's see if it's up. We'll look at that. We'll talk about it when we get to CoinMarketCap. We got MESSINA. We got the token wars in all of its glory. Looks like the Cock Inu from Avalanche will be on its way to Algorand. I think that's cool. Cock Inu, I started looking into it. They're doing fun things. Reminds me of Coop. Coop and Cock, man. You know Coop likes the cock. Wait a second, Mom. Mom, I just said Coop likes cock on my show. They're going to think I'm gay. Hey, guys, I'm not. I'm just celibate because my wife hates me. Folks, what are we doing? What am I even talking about? This weekend, we celebrated a young man's 10th birthday in this household. I bought him some cards. He's a massive basketball junkie and an elite freaking 10-year-old basketball player. It's so cool to watch. I went to a run. There's a Friday night run, which is hard for me to get to, but I got to him this weekend. And he's playing with older, incredibly talented kids. The older kids that are like 14, 15 that were playing before it was amazing basketball. And then the 12, 11, 10, 9-year-olds that played after maybe 12. Yeah, I think a couple of them were 12. Were so good. And when they were picking teams, Zach is a 9-year-old. It was a day before his birthday, so he was still 9. And he's standing there, and not many people in that gym. It doesn't matter. But anyways, he was a younger guy. He's a younger guy. And you see these older kids being like, towards the end, there was still good players left, and Zach was included. He's like, Zach. They all were calling to get Zach on their team. And I was just a fucking proud dad, just seeing all of these like seriously good older kid ballers wanting Zach on his team because he's a solid defender and he's a three-point shooter. He hit a 3 to win the first game. And then he hit another 3. And then they started to pick up that he could hit a 3. So he was pump faking and then taking it to the baseline and then hitting the floater on the baseline. Oh, so good. Anyways, love watching it. And then on his birthday, he's such a good kid. I bought him, not that expensive if you're a big card collector, but I bought him a $100 box of the pink crushed ice prism. I'm not really up in the loop. And then I also got him a box of just like hobby Donruss. And he got the Victor Wembanyama pink crushed ice rookie card. And then in the box of Donruss, he got the green prism Victor Wembanyama card. I mean, and they're all obviously in great shape. We pulled them out of the pack. I put them immediately into protectors. And dude, I mean, there's just like over $1,000 in cards. Oh God, he had a good weekend. That was super fun. We went to Dave & Buster's. Daddy got a little hammered. I wasn't supposed to. I was off the sauce, guys. The struggle's real, but it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna be all right. All right. So why don't we just dive in? Let's go look at CNBC. I want to check also GameStop. What's going on with that? Roaring Kitty's back on Reddit. How are we not going to talk about that? I got a little position in GameStop for the funds, for the lulls, but I don't know. I should have sold it at 40 when it opened. I saw it knocked back down to 28. Should have I sold it, or should I just hold it for the ride? I don't know. What do you guys think? If anybody's got an opinion on what I should do with my GameStop position, should I sell it when I'm up a solid 30, 50%, or should I just be like, it's not that much, bro? See if Roaring Kitty has got all of our best interests in heart. All right, anyways. Okay, let's share the screen and let's see what's going down. So we're going to be at CNBC real quick just to check macro. We like to check macro here on this show. I find it interesting since I invest. All right, so the Dow falls 300 points to kick off June trading on concerns about the economy. Yeah, we should be concerned about the economy. It's crazy that we're not. Okay, the S&P 500 is down 1/3%. Not much. NASDAQ is basically even money. Oil is down. Oil. All right, natural gas, though, is up. Gold is ticking back up. Silver is still over $30. I haven't checked this in a while. And copper continues to pump. I didn't see this. So the stock exchange says technical issue that caused Berkshire Hathaway to be displayed down 99%. Looked like Berkshire Hathaway got rugged. That's funny. That's a fun thing. I'm sure that there was chat about that and people are having fun online about that because it makes me want to go have fun online. I haven't seen anything about that though. Anyways, okay. Bad economic news. I'm sharing, right? Yeah. Has been good for stocks, but that could change this week. What are you talking about? Oh, fuck you. You're going to make me pay for CNBC too? Go to hell, CNBC. GameStop shares jumped 30% after Roaring Kitty trader posts account showing $116 million position. What is this man doing? And are people helping him? Probably. Oh, look at you, GameStop. $31. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Keep it running. I'm not selling. Diamond hands, bitch. All right. Will Bitcoin hit $1 million in 2025? Paid post for William Mullane. William, please. That would be so fun, William. Joe Biden sticks up for his son Hunter as gun trial begins. We are so proud of the man he is today. Oh, man. If any son has ever tested a father's love, it's got to be, I'm laughing because it's crazy. Justin Jefferson agrees to a record-setting $140 million contract extension with Minnesota Vikings. That's probably a good decision on the Vikings' part. Guy's a beast. I'm seeing a lot of these Jeep plugins around town. Michael Saylor settles. Okay, let's go look at crypto news. Looks like Bitcoin's knocking back on the door. 70 Uniswap vote delay shows DeFi stakeholders aren't all in it together. Well, there's ever Captain Obvious that DeFi stakeholders aren't all in it together. We're all always fighting. Look at him. Look at the man, the myth, the legend. Former Binance CEO CZ begins his 4-month prison sentence. Okay, MicroStrategy founder agrees to a $40 million settlement. Whatever. Deep fucking value returns to Reddit. It's weird. The article disappeared that I was going to read about Biden. Not that it's that interesting. He's just threatening to Brad Garlinghouse predicts the inevitable approval of XRP, Solana, and Cardano ETFs. Garland House criticized the SEC's unclear crypto regulations, highlighting the need for better regulatory clarity in the U.S. More crypto exchange traded funds are coming following approval of a spot Bitcoin ETF and progress on ones designed to hold Ethereum. I think it's just a matter of time, and it's inevitable. There's going to be an XRP ETF, there's going to be a Solana ETF, and there's going to be a Cardano ETF, and that's great. Well, Brad Garlinghouse has some love for the Cardano folk, putting them in the conversation. Okay, fuck that. It wasn't as fun as I thought it would be. Bitfarms, I put this in the title. This kind of resonated with me, so I thought I would talk about it. Bitfarms mining revenue drops 45% to $7 million in first full month after Bitcoin halving. Bitfarms said it earned 156 BTC in May, down 66% year over year. So what's that going to do? What is that going to do, folks? Binance is to restrict unauthorized stablecoins in EU starting June 30th, urges users to switch to regulated tokens. I'm not sharing. And I have this other thing. We're going to get to it, guys. We're going to get it. It's a slow burn with the ReCoop. Change happens slowly, then fast. The crypto exchange plans a phased approach to encourage users to switch to regulated stablecoins. Binance, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange by trading volume, announced it will soon restrict availability in the European Union to stablecoins that are considered unregulated. Okay, which ones? So nobody knows. We always get a little bit of okay, sorry. Okay. Solana saw nearly 500,000 tokens launched last month. All right. Let's go to CoinMarketCap. I'll share, don't worry. FDUSD, we thinking that's one of the unregulated ones. So we're still in greed. Bitcoin is up 2.5% in the last 24 hours, up 0.5% in the last hour, down 1% in the last 7 days. Volume is high, especially for a Monday. Volume is high. It's not high, but for a Monday, it's high. I should be clear. Ether down almost 4% in the last 7 days. It's bitty sideways. Solana ticking back up, still down on the week. XRP, we all know it. XRP is at 52 cents. Cardano at 45, down 4%. AVAX down 8% in the last 7 days at 35.5. Adding some AVAX. I know that there's there's possible that some of our cooler tokens at Algorand are going to be making a cross-chain journey. So I will be supporting that venture. So I'm slowly adding some AVAX to make sure I'm prepared. Polkadot is also down 7.5% over the last 7 days, ticking up 2.5% in the last 24 hours, though. Still over $7. Not bad. Tron is always there. It's ticking. It's starting to fall down a bit, though, underperforming the rest of the market. I wonder if anything is going to come of that. Justin Sun, and we all know he's being investigated. Hedera still top 30, down almost 6% in the last 7 days, but up 4% in the last 24 hours. With stacks on stacks on stacks, down 10% in the last 7 days, up 5% in the last 24 hours. This is the position I teased at the beginning. I've been tracking this damn thing since 30 cents and have not purchased it. I opened a position at $1.80 this weekend. That's what I did. We'll see how it goes, but I'm into it. Bitcoin layer 2. They have a big Nakamoto upgrade coming up soon. It's going to make it quicker and supposedly more secure. And you can stack it and earn Bitcoin. I like that too. So I'm stacking my stacks, I've been saying stacks on stacks on stacks on this show for so long, watching it, thinking, what an idiot. Every time I looked at it, what an idiot. Sometimes you got to just be, look, you were an idiot. You knew you should have bought it at that price, but you didn't buy it at that price. And then a whole bunch of news came out after that, and a whole narrative shift happened. And the reason why your instincts were saying to buy it was because you felt that was coming, but then you needed to see that it came before you bought it. That's the thing. So stop hating yourself and open a position at $1.80. Just do it. Start opening it. Don't go crazy because you don't know what's going to happen. But open it and add to it. If DCA in, stacks on stacks, we're in. STX, what's going on? Where's the community? Let's talk. You're in my head. You're in my wallet. All right. Sui top 50 hanging out at $1. Thorchain, another one that I've been staring at for months and months and months, is at $6. This one moves very predictably, though. Look, it's down 15% in the last 7 days, but this thing has been consistently pump, 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 dump, wash and repeat. Makes me a little about it. Algorand continues to tumble down the charts. Number 64. Down 5.5% in the last 7 days, ticking up in the last 24 hours. Algo. Wake the fuck up, Algo. 64. Barely ahead of Aave. Aave could flip it anytime. Say what you want to say. So there's a lot of 14. Look at that. There's not a lot from standing in the way of Algorand falling out of the top 70. Is that something that you want me to be talking about? Most of you, probably not. But at some point, fuck, man, we got to just be like, all right, this is it. We got our conviction. That's cool. But also, trends are a bitch. Trends are a bitch. All right. Let's go to Vestige. Speaking of Algorand, let's go check out where you're getting the gains and the things that you're gonna get. All right. So Floki Flocky Flock Flock is on Algorand now, brought to you by Tiny Man. It's up 2%. Does anybody actually care about Floki? Do any of you? I don't know. Isn't that just one of the ones that they just trade on on centralized exchanges in Asia? I don't have those. I don't have that like that. There's no tickle to me for Floki. Bobo, I don't mind. I own it as well. So maybe that's why I don't mind it. But that's up 14%, doing pretty good. All right. So we got Polka Gold. It's been hanging out at this 13 cent area. It used to hang out at 20 cent area. Now it's hanging out 13 cent area. Opulus is down to 16 cents. So it's sliding on down. I'll make sure I'm sharing this bullshit. Okay. GORA has gotten a major correction. So it's down another 8% in the last 24 hours. So we went from 50 cents to 32 cents pretty quickly. But still, if we have a longer view of where GORA has been, they're also friends of the show, 32 cents isn't so bad. They're building a real product. Good luck. Coop Coin is over 3 cents, which is good. Chopping around in the red, but not so bad. Nico close behind. Yeah, they're killing it. They're killing it over there. In my personal opinion, token price notwithstanding, I don't really even care. Just the progress from that project is awesome. Over the weekend, I won 100,000 Nico by liking and retweeting and tagging and doing all that. I never win those things. Pretty fun. Key to rounding out the top page. And taking down, but strong project, strong community. So there's fun shit on Algorand. Cometa is in the building, feeling itself. I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself. Mac Dre. And then let's see, Pepe is up 2%. Algo 200. Oh, shoot. There's a little life in the kid. They got some life in that kid. Up almost 5%, down over a penny. Evis woke up. He was like, you know what? A200 won't die, baby. I got my convictions. Floki's up. Low volume. That's what I'm saying. Does anybody care? That's an issue. For probably a ton of volume on centralized exchanges. I don't know. It doesn't matter. At this point, I just feel like when you start to bridge these things over here, you got to make sure there's a vibe. I don't know the vibe of Floki. Like, I don't know the online vibe. Do you guys? Is anybody in this? And is there I feel like you just need to appeal to Twitter communities at this point. And I think MESSINA, I'm biased, supporters of the show, I'm helping out. But I feel like the MESSINA tokens, there's vibes out there that we might be able to all participate in. I don't know about Floki. That's all right, though. I think the more the merrier. All right, there we go. Booyah Kasha. Let's go look real quick before I go look at the Gavin Wood, Vitalik Buterin stuff. Let's go see, just because I have it open. Let's just look and see what's going on at Blockworks. Is that it? We did it? All right. What we learned from the latest ETF ETH ETF filing dump, a fee war is brewing. ARK Investor now ditches its plan to enter the spot Ether ETF arena with 21 shares. Oh, that's interesting. Wonder why they did that. A new slate of amended spot Ether ETF applications are in, and at least one more round is expected before the products are able to launch. While the SEC on May 23rd filed by approved 19B4s. BlackRock revealed its $10 million in seed capital and authorized participants for its fund on Wednesday, but as more filings flooded in late Friday, one of the biggest takeaways was the planned price point of 0.19% for Franklin Templeton's Ether fund. The 1.6 trillion asset manager was the first to reveal its proposed fee, setting the stage for an expected fee war similar to what we saw in January from Bitcoin ETF issuers. Franklin Templeton had undercut Bitwise to become the cheapest Bitcoin ETF a day after those funds launched in January. Nate Garachi, president of the ETF store, said he expects the spot Ether ETF fee war to be every bit as brutal and bloody as the one surrounding BTC. Fee competition in one category will leadly impact the other. 0.19% is super low, but I wouldn't be surprised to see it undercut at some point. Another main takeaway from the filing was the omission of ARK Invest's name. The firm focused on disruptive innovation had partnered with 21 shares to launch a spot Bitcoin ETF in January. The ARK 21 shares Bitcoin ETF has roughly 3.2 billion assets under management. A 21 share spokesman confirmed the fund will continue to try to launch the 21 shares core Ether without ARK Invest as a partner. The two companies remain committed partners for ARK-B and a range of futures-based products. An ARK Invest spokesman told Blockworks in an email that the firm views Bitcoin as a public good that everyone should be able to access at a low cost. As for Ethereum, ARK believes in its transformative potential and the long-term value of the Ethereum blockchain, but at this time, ARK will not be moving forward with an Ethereum ETF. We will continue evaluating efficient ways to provide our investors with exposure to the innovative technology in a way that unlocks its full benefits. I mean, they made a great decision, because what is the upside? I mean, obviously, I guess there's some upside, but what is the real upside if you're going to be in this insane competition with Daddy Block, BlackRock, and everybody else, and you're going to have to put the fee down to nothing, and you're not allowed to stake and provide yield? The product is broken. It doesn't make any sense, other than the fact that some people, institutions, will be able to put Ethereum exposure on their price exposure in their portfolio, whatever, in their treasuries or whatever the hell they want to do. And then, retail can put it in their 401k. I don't know, buy Ethereum and figure out how to get yield in the safest possible, most efficient way. But that's just what I would think. Okay, let's go real quick to Twitter. And let's look at this guy, because he broke it down in little clips. So here we go. For those of you who missed the two greatest minds, I also saw that there's a 45-minute full thing that I will definitely be watching, but I don't know anything really that's gone on. But let's go. This is the lazy man version, and that's what we're looking for right now. Thank you, Goku. He's a dot guy. Of course, I start with a joke. I thought I was the ideas guy. Hey, I guess we'll listen.
I bounce back and forth. Vitalik, your question is more on implementation side. Gav's was more on the idea side. This will kind of be the theme as I bounce back and forth between these two subjects.
I thought I was the ideas guy and Gav does all the real coding.
That is... Thanks for both of your service, by the way. Vitalik, your question is more on...
Fun.
Version of Polkadot. Jam is basically a less opinionated version of Polkadot. And that's its sort of chief contribution. It's like, when we did Polkadot, it was very much like I had this idea in my mind, oh, it should be like sharded Ethereum, like, except we'll have heterogeneous shards, so different shards can be better at different things. But like the idea was that it had these, that it was made up of many chains, right? Scalable, heterogeneous, multi-chain was how it was originally described. And that's changed. Like my mind has now changed. Like, that's fine. And I wouldn't like, get particularly upset that that's where my brain went at the time, because it was, as you say, it's a long time ago. But Jam gets rid of this multi-chain requirement. It's not that it prevents there being multiple chains. It's just that it's not a need. It's an opinion. It's an opinion over how computation should be organized, and it's not needed. It's perfectly reasonable to have a base layer that doesn't dictate that computation should be split between what I've called in the gray paper persistent fragmentation of state. Right? And this persistent fragmentation of state is problematic, and Jam gets rid of that.
Okay. If your tech supports only one specific way, how to build an ecosystem, community versus tech. If your tech, okay, let's just listen.
If you're just, I think there's like this interesting open question, right? Which is like in the 2020s, I think the crypto space is moving from theory to practice. And if you're just working on the theory, then in some sense, intellectuals are all you need. But once you're working on practice, and like we have to really reach out to like users and create real applications on a much larger scale. I think, yeah, my answer for how to build an ecosystem, I think it kind of mixes community and tech, because I think community and like both in the sense of like specific people and in the sense of like the specific values that were emphasized, especially early on, were super key. But at the same time, there's like the role of technology in enabling community, right? Because if your technology only supports doing things in one specific way, then you often end up gathering a community of people that have an extremely strong motivation to like retroactively convince themselves that the one way that they're already restricted into doing is like actually the only correct way to do everything, right? And like the fact that Ethereum was this general purpose developer platform early on really helped it to avoid the trap. And I think the question now is like, like what is the equivalent of like those things, kind of the right, community choices and the right technology choices for this decade.
Keep going.
It's just like the rollups thing are parachains, right? It's the same underlying tech. It's just with less opinionation. I think that Ethereum's strength came from a lack of internal strife. And I think that the community of Ethereum grew large and strong in part because it didn't position itself, like kind of what you were saying, it didn't position itself with too much opinionation. And I think in order to have conflict, there have to be differing opinions. Mm-hmm. And if that leads to a fork in the road, like ETH Classic, for example, then that is going to, I would have thought the most permissive, sensible, moderate part of the fork will probably have a chance at growing the bigger community, and in that particular instance it did. So I'm not sure I'd agree that conflict breeds community. I think if anything, sensible, moderate governance breeds good community and lack of opinionation.
I mean, I can't do this. We're not going to do all of these. All right, I'm going to watch this. That's the moral of that story is that I'm excited to watch that thing. Let's check in with the crew here, and then I'm going to get out of here. All right. Ba-do-do. All right. Oh, shoot. Here we go. Here I am. Shiny today. Shine bright like a diamond. Doing my hair like a vain man. Let's see. Who's here? Afternoon, Coops. What's going on? By Huge Boys. Huge Boy says, I don't know what huge boys are, but it's huge. Chicken tenders, we're all alone now. Just you and me. Is it me you're looking for, chicken tenders? We're proud of the man you are today as well, Coop. Hey, Kevin, thank you, man. Damn it, Kevin, we were having a moment and you ruined it. What's up, Ice Age Trails? Nice to see you. Afternoon, Coops. What's going on? Afternoon to you too, man. GFY, good morning, Coop and fam. Cap Hits, good morning, my friend. We're still in the morning over here on the West Coast. GFY says, hey, man, like, retweet, subscribe, doop, 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 doop. Hey, folks, I love you like you got all the titties. Hey, folks, I want you to know that everything's good. Did you guys see the Rick Strong video with him begging on the street because of RWA? I'll say this about RWA. RWA, are you here? Nope, it's not here. It's going to, I don't care if you buy it. I don't care if you sell it. I don't care what happens to the price action of RWA. I'm down. I'm down on my RWA. Hey, man, I'm down on the RWA thing because I didn't keep any for myself. Even though some people donated a bit, I get it. But then I bought a bunch, and now I'm down. Not a lot down. Not Rick Strong down. In the story, if you watch, Rick Strong sold everything because he believed in his ability to never fail. So far, it's not going well for him. All he wants is a bumblebee tuna sandwich, man. The only thing I was disappointed with in that video is that I didn't say the type of bread in the sandwich. The type of bread is so important to the sandwich. Anyways, but my point is that RWA Rick Strong is integral to the story that I've written. And I hope you guys, I am actually genuinely appreciative to all of you that have entertained these chaotic videos that I've been putting out for over a year. I've been putting these things out yesterday. Like if you look at yesterday, for example, I had a couple minutes. I wanted to just go fuck around. All I thought, well, okay, maybe it'd be funny if now Rick Strong's homeless because of how shitty RWA price action is. And so, or adoption really. And so, and then I just started recording, and then whatever came out. And I think that's pretty obvious. I was like, make it so it doesn't know he's recording, so it looks all fucked up, so you catch him. Anyways, but my point is that I, for over a year, was creating these videos where I put very little thought except for like a seed thought, and then just went and improvised. It's like improvisation. It's just like what it is. I've been trained at that a little bit. It's been a while. And but through that, I was able to kind of subconsciously sort of like create these characters and get these ideas without overly trying to like control it. You know what I mean? Not being so like just allowing it to be a bit like outside of my control. And then, like I said in a tweet the other day after I had sent these like battle Devin and Rick Strong videos, I was walking and I was like, oh shit. This is the story. And then I even finished the end. I have the absolute end. I have the whole story. Now, dialogue and stuff like that is going to be probably, when I get down to it, it's going to be a little improvised. That's the vibe of the whole thing. But the whole story is planned out. Now I need some help to make it look better. I really angle some of those shots to make me look double-chinned and disgusting. I look terrible in so many of these videos. This crease, I have this insecurity right here because on all those videos, this lineage is so bad. I think it's just the way I do that character, man. It's just like, hey, I gotta be careful. Like my mom said, when I used to cross my eyes, that'll stay that way. But yeah, anyways, your support through all of this. I know you guys know who you are, the guys that have continued to support these silly videos and think that they're fun. I think really might have provided me with some of the coolest things that I've built over this year of chaos. And I'm really excited about the story. I think is fun. And so my point is, and especially with Realms, I'm rooting on Realms, and they're starting to convince me that they potentially might actually do what they set out to do. So there will definitely be an RWA, something RWA happening in that Coop realm. And then, and it will be heavily featured in whatever I end up doing, whether it's a 25-minute, more polished short, or if it is if it's a full-on thing that gets actual funding. Who knows? But I'm excited about it, and I want to make it happen. All right, folks. Hey, thank you so much. It's a Monday. It was messy again. I got to get a different cord for my display. I haven't had any time to sit down with this, and I think maybe, even though it should be right, So maybe I'm just not setting something up right. I haven't spent any time on this display, but this display, my second display is right here, and it is going to be part of the show, and it's going to be part of the show very soon. Like earlier today, I forgot to share my screen for a few minutes. That won't happen anymore. Soon. All right, folks. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to continue.